I am in beautiful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've flown in here before, but never actually spent time in the city. Came here yesterday to deliver my keynote on building a powerful personal brand as an executive. And one of the things that always stands out is as I'm speaking to the crowd, people are so locked in. They're paying attention to my story because it resonates with them. A lot of these people were introverts for the vast majority of their life. They were the best at what they did, banging away on their keyboard, building successful projects and data centers and all sorts of initiatives. But they find themselves stuck. I was having a great conversation with a vice president of technology services. He knew he was meant for more. He didn't quite know how to take it up to that next level. And what's so interesting is as I was having my conversations with everybody after my speech, I could see him kind of walking around like he was pacing. He was trying to find that opportunity to speak with me. And finally, in the afternoon, before the end of the day, he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, I just really appreciated what you had to share. Do you have one of your personal branding guides?" "Yeah, of course, absolutely. Here you go." "What prompted you to come up and finally have a conversation with me?" And he kind of didn't know how to respond at first. He's like, "Well, honestly, I was talking to my wife earlier on the phone about your speech, and she basically just pushed me to go have this conversation before I left." It's like, fantastic. Sometimes all it takes is having somebody in our corner that knows that we're capable of more and just pushing you to that next level. But tell me a little bit more. What are you grappling with? "Well, I've been in a technical role for the past decade or so for a few different companies, and I have these aspirations to step into more of a sales engineer type role." I said, "Okay, fantastic. Let's look and see what you're working with." I pulled up his LinkedIn profile, started glancing through it. Actually wasn't bad, wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. And I said, "You know what? There's actually a lot to work with here. You've done some big things for some big names in specific industries. This should be a cakewalk." And he had this kind of excitement that came up. "Oh, okay, well, okay, so what are the next steps?" And so we kind of started talking through a few different things. Here's the thing that really stands out for me is how many of us spend our lives with our head down, focused on doing the work, thinking that that is going to get us to the next level. And yes, that actually does work to a certain point. But there's a threshold, there's a ceiling that doing the thing will only get you so far. When you get to a season of your life where you want change, you know that you're meant for more, but you're feeling stuck, it's time to start thinking outside of the box and asking yourself, what other skills do I need to learn? Because what got you here is not going to get you here. And it's easy for me to see because I've lived it, and it's either easy for other people to see because they have lived it. But when you are in the middle of the ascent, it's not as easy to see. Think about this. You can't read the label of a bottle from inside the bottle. This speaks to why it is so important for us to surround ourselves with a circle of excellence, with mentors and friends and maybe even coaches, people that can help you see what's on the label. They can help guide you in the right direction. Whenever I started my business, I had this mindset that I was just going to go out and crush it. I had built all of these networks of amazing people over the years. And then whenever I started selling my courses and hosting events and things like that, what I noticed is all of the people that I had supported over the years were not really supporting me. I mean, beyond, yeah, good job, but none of them were actually using us for our services. And this was demoralizing. It was tough for me to swallow. It just, but then an interesting thing occurred. I started to shift my perspective and understand that there are still a few people in my life that are supporting me, that are truly in my corner. And all the failures, all the successes, all the wins, they're there for all of it. So when you are on your journey, it becomes a beautiful filter to get rid of the riffraff, the people that were never real to begin with. They only kept you in their life because it was convenient and easy and fun for them. So how do we pull that back to what I was just talking about? As you are moving through these seasons of your life, you have to be intentional about who you surround yourself with. But this is not always easy to do. Start thinking about every time you have an interaction with specific people in your life, do you walk away feeling energized and refreshed and focused on taking on the world? Or do you walk away thinking, man, that sucks. That was tough. If you are excited and ready to go crush the world, or if you are feeling down, that is a signal. You cannot ignore it. Here's the tip. When you are going to events, when you are in meetings, when you are having conversations with the people on your team, here's the thing that I want you to walk away with. Had he not come up and had this conversation with me, he probably would have gone home and then just regretted it. Maybe connected with me on LinkedIn, maybe sent a message. But the fact that he had the courage to come up and have a conversation with me, now I remember him. Now we made an actual connection. Now we can support one another. We're actually going to set up another call, have a good conversation probably in the next week or so. But if you feel like you want to go do something or have a conversation with somebody that could be beneficial, that you could learn from, just do it. Don't spend time meandering around and killing time and trying to build up the courage. As soon as you have that thought, just go make it happen. Because the more time you spend doing the other, the more anxiety you are going to experience. And then you're going to walk up and realize there was nothing to be afraid of at all. So it was all up here. Talk about wasted time and energy. So take the initiative, just go have the conversation. The next time you're thinking about a potential mentor or somebody that you'd like to learn something from, just go have the conversation with them. I assure you, they are going to appreciate that you came up, that you had the courage and instinct to come up and just speak with them. And they're going to do everything they can to be able to support you. Don't be afraid to just lean in and take that next step.